Welcome back to the Conspiracy Outpost. This week we are talking about a private gentlemen's only club with some of the most prominent men in the world that attend. I'm, of course, talking about Bohemian Grove. I'm your host, Casey.
I'm Mike.
I'm Juicy Joe. Have you used that already?
I don't know. You're juicy to me, baby.
And I'm Matt. You're always juicy. Stay juicy.
Oh, my. So what I was saying before the podcast, before we started recording, or it might have been recorded, I don't remember. Sorry, I got a burp.
We're not even recording right now.
I should check. Yeah, we're good. No, so I asked you guys if you guys read about the drink that they consume at the Bohemian Grove.
It's jizz.
Well, it's close. It's actually I read this article. They said these important businessmen sit around drinking gin fizzies and making business deals behind the shadows.
Gin fizzies, jizzies.
That's why I was like, oh, it's close. But yeah, it's gin fizzies. I don't know if you've ever had one of these, Mike.
Yeah, I've had a Ramos gin fizz that is like an egg white in it and stuff. It's
Ramos.
It is a damn good drink.
Is it okay? So I thought it was weird because it is 2 ounces of gin, an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 ounces of simple syrup. It says, and then 1 egg white, and then club soda to top it off. But that's why I was like, see, I never had one. So I just assumed it was disgusting. I was like, I don't know about just drinking an egg.
The Ramos gin fizz has a little bit of heavy cream in it. I didn't like that one as much. The regular gin fizz I like a lot. The one
this is all sounded like eating jizz.
It is extremely good beverage. Like
and Ramos is a breeder.
Like
so
I like
it's
citrus
milky
stuff anyways. Like I like gin, and then I like a lot of like whiskey. I like a whiskey sours, which is just essentially a gin fizz, but with whiskey.
Gin fizz.
But yeah, it's a damn good drink, and the egg white in it makes it foamy on top.
The sperm is the new name for sperm is gonna be egg whites now.
and it makes it a bit like creamier, like silky.
Private gentleman club or gentleman private
like
club?
The texture of the drink is like silky because the egg white. I know, like thanks for like keep making fucking jizz jokes, but it's a very
that's why I asked you, Mike. So do you like gin? So
it's
not my favorite drink, but
it doesn't really fizz.
If it's around, I'll drink it.
It feels like it doesn't really fizz when you drink it. It feels like a fizz. It's so much of just a bunch of little squirmy little tadpole tails wrestling around your throat.
But yeah, when you add the club soda, it actually like foams up like a root beer float.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, because of the egg white and stuff, and then some of them put cream in it.
Make sure you don't laugh; it'll come out your nose.
Just nose.
Look, dude, I was drinking coffee today when Matt was sending off those fucking jokes about this episode with the Bohemian Rhapsody thing. The fucking coffee almost came out my nose. I swear to God. It was that one where you talked about the teeth, and I was just, dude.
That's funny.
I was just glad like the coffee had already cooled down quite a bit because that would have sucked.
Do you think like if he had different teeth, he would sing differently? Like you need to go for teeth to sing like that?
Freddie Mercury.
Well, he had extra teeth.
Extra teeth in
his mouth was bigger, so he could hit higher notes.
So big mouths hit higher notes.
Yep. They also sink ships.
And dicks.
Yeah. You guys ever think that like this is the Bohemian Grove of podcast because we seem to be a gentleman's club? We haven't had any females on here.
I think so.
And we all drink jizzy lifting drinks.
Probably the next like serial killer one or something like that. I'll get my sister to come on.
I'd get
Jizzy,
Kayla to come
Jizzy's.
on, but I don't give a fuck what she has to say. So,
Jimmy Jizzy's.
Jizzy Deans. What's a Jizzy Dean? Oh, it's just an egg McMuffin I got that I jerked off on before I gave it to you.
See, I thought you were gonna go, what's a Jizzy Dean? I thought you were gonna go, it's a sausage.
It's essentially one sausage spinning on another one.
With plenty of
dirty
creamy
boy.
egg whites.
We have egg white.
A couple egg whites.
Motherfucker.
Oh man.
Oh,
you guys see
now.
that meme? It's like, oh, can I crack an egg on your ass and beat it till it's scrambled?
Oh man. Okay, so
No, is like the physical location of it. I mean, it looks like there's like a bunch of. Is it like a bunch of hedges just circling around this big ass property? And
Well,
It's
Probably wooded
redwoods.
area?
It's redwoods.
Is
It's
is it
yeah.
oh shit!
it's in the redwood forest in the Bay Area.
yeah, so it's pretty
just a little
close.
bit outside of San Fran.
Yep.
I watched the
It's like a
It's
like a-
probably right next to where they filmed the Star Wars stuff for Endor.
I watched this group of Karens.
They
It's a
actually did
group
it
of
on
people.
Bohemian Grove. Took a lot of permits, a lot of fun.
I watched
Yeah.
what is it? Decoded something is the History Channel thing. They try to get in there. It's like we're gonna try to sneak on there. It's like, okay, this is interesting. What are they gonna do? They just like, oh, the gate's open. Oh, there's cameras, and it's like they try
Dude.
to. And the security guard meets them. It's like, you guys can't be here. It's like, really? We can't be here. We can't, whatever. And the guy's being hella nice, and they're just being like dickish. And it's like it's a private owned place. The people or whatever the people are like a private group. They don't want people, whatever. It's like, what if we turn the camera off? Can we go in there? And they're like, no. It's like, so you won't let us in there? Can we get a peek at the owl? And they're just like, asking all these questions. Like, this is your secret way of trying to get in by fucking just harassing the security guard. Yeah.
Dude, apparently they have infrared cameras, vibration sensors, and then it's guarded by ex-military.
Well, this shit's funny too. So a sheriff came rolling up too. So it was like, even though the security guard was being very nice, but the sheriff rolled up. So he obviously called him before he met with the crew or whatever. And it was like, well, yeah, obviously, because he knew that 1,000 people fucking come up a day and are just like, let me in there. So of course he's gonna call the cops first. Like that was the dumbest thing that I heard. Like it was like, they're keeping a secret in there. It's like, well, no shit.
Yeah,
like that's what's going on in there. They have cameras on the fucking trees. Like
they're probably like the worst. They're probably like the worst neighbor because if you lost your frisbee over there, you're never getting it back.
That's the thing that this thing
It's
had
right there. You can't have it. It's ours now.
This
like,
had
I
this
have it.
lady that
I don't
This
even need to go
guy,
all the way in. I just need to get past you 3 feet. He goes, no.
Not until you pay a membership.
No.
there's this lady who has been protesting him since the 80s, and they're like neighbors pretty much. Like she lives out there, like next
Damn,
to it.
she probably bought that place just to do it because they have like 3 tiers of security. You have the cameras, the passive shit, and then the security, the military people, and then the second tier is like a bunch of the Sandlot dogs, and then the third one is
Oh, yeah, dude.
I
They
don't know,
also,
probably a moat and
they also have the
alligators.
California Highway Patrol and state police out there. And
Oh,
then
shit.
depending on when people are there and who's there, fucking Secret Service.
Yeah. Where's the logo?
That's fucking crazy. Secret Services out there.
Well, there's
Well,
a
it
lot of
depends on
presidents
who's
that are
there,
part
yeah.
of it. And every single past president still has the Secret Service.
I can't remember
Yeah.
what the lady's
They
name
have it
was.
for life. So do their families.
Yeah, that's true.
Talk about not being able to shit in private no more. Sir, let me check that butthole. Make sure there's no weapons of mass destruction in there. Well, not
Yeah,
yet.
they gotta make
sir.
sure. The
Dude,
presidents
I heard
do-
somewhere that it is someone's job to collect
clean
the
up their shit.
president's shit
Yep.
when they shit places outside the White House.
Because they don't want other countries thinking that the president's sick and thinking that he's weak for being
Or
sick.
they don't
They're
want him
like,
getting his DNA.
or that
So they
too.
Who
Yeah.
cares? Why would it matter?
Well, no, not that. Because I imagine a lot of the presidents probably bang a lot of people overseas. So Bill Clinton did. Plenty of women have his DNA.
Bill Clinton was, and one of them
The
gave
Secret Service.
one of them gave
Secret Service.
one of those women gave him her DNA by giving him AIDS. So
Yeah.
Well,
You guys
I
see
know
that
at least,
painting that,
one
Epstein
woman
had in
doesn't
his
have
house?
his DNA in the country because she spit it onto her dress.
Did you guys see that picture of Clinton and Epstein's on his island inside of his house? He had a picture of Bill Clinton in a dress. that he
Oh,
had
shit.
Did he
painted.
really?
Yeah, go on Google and look it up. You can see it. It's like a painting that he had done.
That's hilarious. But yeah, there's it's this on the outside. This is just an extremely exclusive club. Pretty much, you're only fucking getting in there if you're related to or fucking know some of the most elite people in the United States.
Yeah, and even to get in it, it's like what I watched was apparently it's a 15-year waiting list, and it costs like $25,000 something.
The Manhattan Project meeting happened there, and Oppenheimer wasn't even a fucking member.
Yeah, he rented out the spot. That's what yeah.
Even though they're not supposed to be
a way to do this in a fucking. We're just like firing at all cylinders in case it's like, I got a list here.
Well, it's like, yeah, let's just get into what Casey has, because I'm sure Casey did deep dives into the more of the conspiracy sided stuff.
Well, I saved that for the end, as you know. But we can get into the history of this place a little bit.
Yes, because I'm sure we just started this and people are probably like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Redwood.
The Rambles of Joe.
The only thing I've heard in this first fucking 15 minutes is Redwoods and jizz.
We had a whole jizz monologue.
I don't know what it is, but I need to go masturbate before I watch the rest of this or listen to the rest of this.
If he's gonna jerk off, I'm going to too. All right.
No,
so
Bohemian Grove.
So the motto of the club, although we know that's all bullshit, it says "Weaving spiders come not here," and that means that outside concerns, business deals, networking are to be left outside. And as they when they're in large groups, they abide by these rules usually. But when there's always talks of business behind the scenes between one-on-one or small groups. And what Mike was saying earlier, the Manhattan Project was planned there, and we all know that was the development of the world's first atomic bombs.
Hell yeah, it was. Why the fuck they called it Manhattan Project, I have no idea, because they were in San Francisco and then New Mexico. Why was it called the Manhattan Project?
I don't know. I thought you were going to actually tell us.
No.
Oh, the Manhattan Project. I guess the first offices were in Manhattan, is why they called it that.
Okay. That makes more sense then. Get it, got it good.
So let's see. Let's go into the history of this club. I just wanted to say their motto: "Weaving spiders come not here."
Yep. Do it, bitch.
The Bohemian Club. So Bohemian Grove is like their campground. The club is already a thing.
Yeah.
Prior. So that was founded in 1872. And then 6 years later, on June 29th, 1878, Henry Edwards was moving to New York to advance his career. And then so him with the less than 100 other Bohemians gathered in the Redwoods and had a little going away party for the man.
Yeah.
This the club was started by journalist, wasn't it, or some shit? Like it was an art thing before. Like it was like artists, painters, poets, shit like that were a part of it. It just like slowly started becoming the most powerful men in the country. Like, but it didn't originally start that way. I don't remember if they were journalists or not, but I know they were about like the arts and stuff. I think they got their like rich benefactors to come and other shit, and it started fucking evolving.
They started walking around in their little black KKK robes.
Oh yeah.
No, one of the videos I watched, they said that big ass owl they have. I forget the guy's fucking name, but it was some announcer guy apparently does the owl's voice for the fucking ceremony. Forget the guy's fucking name.
Like what? Like a sports announcer?
I'm not sure.
That's the
Just and voicing the owl tonight, Tony Romo.
And tonight, voicing the owl, it's a fucking god damn it, what's his name?
Got Snoop Dogg voicing the owl.
Yeah, probably, dude. He does everything now. That fucker is on everything. And I laugh so hard at Chris Rock's new special on Netflix. He's like, when did Snoop Dogg become Morgan Freeman?
I haven't finished that one yet. Like I haven't watched that one yet, but Bert Kreischer's new one is really fucking good.
I haven't watched
Bert Kreischer's. I did watch Chris Rock, so his is funny because he was actually talking about some real shit, and I was like, yeah, that's fair.
Indeed.
But so when they all gathered in the night, their night consisted of basically bottomless liquor, had some Japanese lanterns out there for ambiance, and
some Japanese what?
Lanterns, you know those little...
Okay.
And I said for ambiance because I was thinking of Clerks when I was writing that. Yeah. And then they slept on the floor of the redwoods, just threw some blankets on top of it. Called it good. Not in the trees, obviously on the ground, but they just
I understood
on the ground. Yeah. And then the next year, they repeated the same thing, and by 1882, the members of the club camped together at different locations in Marin and Sonoma County. And from 1893, they were renting their location until 1899. They purchased it from Melvin Cyrus Meeker. He was a logger in the area. And then the club began to purchase land, or the club members began to purchase land surrounding the original location up to the edge of the current location where it's actually at. And
okay, so the thing that I don't know how old it was, but at the time the guy in the video said that because the guy's dead now, Walter Cronkite. He was American broadcast journalist who served as anchorman for the CBS Evening News. Apparently he was doing the shit. I don't know. That's funny.
Like Walter Cronkite was the voice of the owl? Or that was your joke? Oh,
no, that's what the guy says, and they're like, "Wait, what?" And it's like, "Yeah, he voiced the owl at this time." I don't know when this video came out.
Damn.
But this is on History Channel. The guy's saying, so
wasn't he the most trusted man in America at one point?
Yeah, apparently he's not that trustworthy.
He's out there sacrificing children.
Spoilers.
No, but
spoiler alert.
Spoilers. No, yeah, so they bought the land, like the members started buying the land up into the edge of where the current location is. And that's several miles away from it's like several miles spanned. Basically down the Russian River. And then this William Henry Irwin, he said, there's a little quote by him. You come upon it suddenly, one step and its glory all over you. There's no perspective. You cannot get far enough away from one of the trees to see it as a whole. There they stand, a world of height above you, their pinnacles hidden by their topmost fringes of branches or lost in the sky. That's what some journalists said about it.
A lot of people had some glory on them.
Yep. Richard Nixon didn't say that place was a word that we're not supposed to say anymore.
What did it say?
Dude, I don't know if that's an actual quote because it's on Wikipedia, but goddamn, if that is, that's hilarious.
It's when you type in Nixon quote, it's like one of the top searches.
That?
Yeah, well, it says his quote, but it doesn't show. I can't find the quote itself, but it's one of the it's searched a lot.
Bohemian Grove that I attend on time to time. The Easterners and the others have come there. But it is the most faggy goddamn thing you will ever imagine. Our San Francisco crowd that goes in there. It's just terrible. I mean, I never want to shake hands with anybody from San Francisco. Really? Well, it's a different set of values.
San Francisco.
Wow. Do you think San Francisco? Do you think San Francisco, after like how they got in the 80s, where like they became like one of the gayest places ever? It's like, we got to rebrand or something. What are we doing? Some dude's like, shit and homelessness. It's like shit and homelessness.
Well, people would dress in drag and everything else because they wouldn't let women in the club. So just like they did in plays back in the day, men played women. They literally, and I guess there was a bunch of backlash and shit because they didn't include women. So then a thing happened. They started letting women be hired, but they literally drew lines that said no women past these points. So
well, also like they can't be there after 9 o'clock.
Oh, is that a thing too? I just knew about the line part. It's just like, oh yeah, they weren't allowed to go past like actual like lines.
Like wives and stuff were allowed to be there during the day. Once 9 o'clock rolled around, they were kicked out.
Yeah, I think they tried to.
They were only allowed in certain areas. They weren't allowed to go everywhere. Just
that's what it would be like. It's like no women past this point kind of thing.
It's like when my dad was in prison and we'd go to visit him. Like where the vending machines are, we can go and buy food and stuff. There's like literally a red line painted on the ground that says no inmates past this.
Well, yeah, I mean that's where you're
standing there, and I pushed my dad past it.
That's where you're safe because the inmates will fuck you.
They just weren't allowed to go by the machines. I don't know why. It was probably some sort of safety issue. But I don't know what they were going to do with the hot pocket coming out of it.
Maybe somebody could stash a weapon in it and then they could walk by and get it. I don't fucking know.
Or drugs, or they could break the glass on it.
Or they can leave each other little love notes that would give them hope for a brighter future outside of there. Hey, dog, I love you. I love you too, man.
We went and visited my dad. And my Aunt Tammy was with us, and she was sitting there, and she's like, so, Rusty, you ever break anybody off in here yet or get broken off?
My God.
Break them off like a Kit Kat bar. And then they high five. But yeah, so God damn it, I can't remember. Yeah, because they actually got sued for not letting women in or something stupid, or there was a lawsuit.
Yeah, discrimination.
Yeah, and I think they try to justify it by saying that you can't work at Hooters unless you fit a specific qualification, saying you have to be like a female that's built this way to work there. So they're trying to like play it off. I don't know.
Which is fair.
Well, the fact that it's a private club, it does. You can't. That doesn't. You can't. There's no legal. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's some Karen mentality, right?
Yeah, I think they settled with employment. They started employing women, but they didn't let any women. But yet on Wikipedia, there's like a woman in there as an honorary member.
There's four actually.
There's four of them. Yeah. I scrolled through the list really fast.
But they were never full members, and they were not allowed. They were only allowed in during the day, and only
they weren't allowed to. They weren't allowed to snort coke and fuck hookers.
Yeah,
and they weren't allowed to pee on the redwood trees.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was the only thing they could really get them is like
because of the bears, you guys. That's why the women weren't allowed out there.
Our Freemasons don't let women in either, don't they? I thought there's a separate club for women.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure Freemasons don't let women in.
Well, yeah, I have no idea. I don't.
What are you gonna sue?
Remember.
The government? Yeah, I was gonna throw this lawsuit out.
But
could be wrong.
Let's hear some more about this.
Yeah, see, because Freemasons is like a fraternity thing.
Oh, right there. Okay.
So it's there's a female version for it. But yeah, like because
I don't know if I said that. Sorry, I don't know if I said this.
Wasn't allowed. My mother-in-law wasn't allowed at their things.
Really?
Yeah, but also I don't know that had anything to do with being a female or not being a member. But it's a fucking frat party. Like that's like it seems like it's just like they have dinner. They'd have dinner once a week and do shit. And then it was back to crucifying homosexuals. I'm just kidding. Nobody did that here.
Liar. But
fraternity of ancient Freemasons.
I don't know if I said this or not, but after the newspapers got a hold of like the club's establishment, it was bought by a prominent San Francisco-based businessman who provided the financial resources and necessary to acquire further land and facilities at the Grove. And I don't know who that was. I didn't see a name on it, but I don't know if he was just like a shadow partner or something. I don't know if you guys caught the name or not, but I didn't notice it or I missed it.
Yeah, it's Sherman Shadow Person.
It's probably a fucking lizard.
It's everybody that there is lizards.
That's why they don't want any women in there.
When do they have these things? It's like once a year for like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 weeks, something like that.
Well, they have their spring bash, and then they have one in July. July being the big one.
July's the one where the lizard
and then people can rent it out for
one
special things. Anyways, as long as they're a member year round.
Yeah, that's what they said with the whole Manhattan. Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is. Oh, why can't I think of it? Literally looked at his name like 20 fucking times. The fucking H-bomb guy. They said that he rented out the place like alone, and then fucking after that, the H-bomb was whatever.
I don't remember his name. I know you said it earlier too.
Did I say it?
I think so.
I know I looked at it 1,000 fucking times. I don't know if I said it. I was just fucking. I don't know. I mean, he was really there, but fucking a bunch of other people, and they're like, it'd be awesome. What is it? Well, you know how you just exploded my ass? Well, what if we took that but on a larger level and hit a whole country?
You want us to drop a whole bucket of cum on a whole country? No.
No, you're missing the point. Like how you destroyed my whole world just now. My wife's gonna ask why I'm walking funny when I get home.
Oh my god!
Now let's do that to another country. Let's anally.
So this event is on a 2,700 acre restricted campground.
Yeah. Dude, that is so much fucking land.
I know, that's huge.
That's so much. Like I thought I had a decent amount of property, and that's just 2.5 acres. 2,700. That's a shit ton.
That's a lot of land to keep fucking like monitored. The crazy fucking thing too is like, so I was watching that fucking.
You think they have sprinklers running whenever there's fires in California, just around the perimeters of their places?
Are you kidding me? Down? That place is like run by the rich. That place has its own fucking fire department, just ready to put shit out. Probably.
When these people in that show walked around fucking asking the locals about it, they all just ignored them. They wouldn't say a fucking word about it. Like asked like about details, and people were just ignoring them. And then,
yeah, because the club was like, "Hey, we'll pay you guys this much to keep your mouth shut."
Well, that's what they were saying. Either they were afraid or they were being smart about it because they come in like once and whatever and drop hella money into their community, and for them to ruin it and them to just pack up and find a different place to do it would fuck with the economy of that fucking area. So it's like they'd be smart to like keep their mouths shut about it.
I don't think they would pack up and go to a new area. Probably just avoid that town though. But that's the closest town, so they'd be fucked. But you'd probably leave. You probably like, oh yeah, don't go to this business. They're cunts.
I mean, they got the money. They probably just fly all their shit in. You really think they're stopping at the fucking quick stop in town?
Yeah, I think they're just. I
think don't forget the beer. No, they're getting shit shipped in, man.
They hire people from the towns to be like cater other shit. Like they hire actual locals to go there. That's the crazy part. They hire all these people and they all keep their mouths shut about it. So it's like, are they sworn to like not say anything? But
maybe they have to sign an NDA.
Yeah, probably do. But yeah, it's not like they don't. I mean, I'm sure they bring some of their own workers, but they outsource like into the town. I don't know. They have people go and work there. And one lady just said, she said something, I can't remember what it was. But basically, it's like, oh, you're saying they're all soulless? And she's like, yeah, it's something stupid. But they were like, well, they're smart. The guy on the fucking thing was saying they're either scared or being smart because they know they're going to lose fucking whatever if they fucking open their mouths about it. So it could have not been
they could just, all those rich people just pull together and buy the fucking town.
That's why if they had that whole thing, it's like, oh, they don't hire women to go to their little fucking club. And it's like, all right, well, we'll start hiring them, but they can't go past this. Can't do this and that.
You can't go out of the parking lot. You just gotta stand out there. You park cars, bitch.
The outside did kind of remind me of a fucking summer camp.
Well, yeah.
They have camp counselors. And they like stay up and tell ghost stories. Like, what if there's really nothing going on in there? They just like it's an actual
They're
camp,
all sitting around each other. Ooh,
making friendship bracelets.
in 2023. Ooh, the market's gonna collapse. Ooh.
Yeah. This one's like
shit.
this
Stop
one is
that,
like
you scared me.
super like fucking summer camp from movies too. It's like there's like drinking, partying, kids die.
So-
By murderers.
Ooh, Nixon, that boy likes you. What? It's like, does anybody got some gum? Chewing it, making out with him.
Oh fuck. I did not expect that.
I gotta say, I love your breath on the nape of my neck. So stop that.
Oh my god.
All I
That was
imagine
great.
after that is like when they're getting into his
What? 2 in a pink, 2 in a steak. Motorboat.
Oh, you mopo son of a bitch, you old sailor, you. Is he still in the house?
Oh fuck. God damn it, Joe.
I think Nixon actually motorboated some bitch's titties like that before.
I think he did some borderline like gay stuff there because why else is he gonna say it?
What he
Say
said.
it was gay there. Yeah.
No, so there was more than well, we talked about government officials, US presidents, business leaders, but there was musicians and artists that Joseph brought up earlier, but they would come too and perform and do their shit too for the people at the Grove as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get into? Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
Go ahead.
I was just
well,
gonna
what,
say
what do you want to get into? And I'll see if I was going to continue what I was
if it was
say.
going. Okay, about their beginning ritual before they started. Camp
no, okay,
Bohemian.
we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So after 40 years of membership, you get the old guard status, and this gives them reserve seating at the Grove's daily task as well as other shit. And then the former U.S. President Herbert Hoover was inducted into the old guard on March 4th, 1953. Obviously, he was there for 40 years. And his acceptance in his acceptance speech, Hoover compared the honor of the old guard status to his frequent role as a veteran counselor to other presidents. That's how much of an honor it was. They said that you were more likely to be there. You were more likely to get voted to be president of the United States than you were of Bohemian Grove's president.
Damn. Do you think when he got super drunk there, President Hoover? Do you think they
hoovered up a bunch of drugs?
Yeah, or they got into his spillway and his dam. That one was a long shot. Where's my laugh track?
Oh, sorry.
We need one where it's people laughing and then it's like, you stupid bitch.
A heckle laugh.
Or we just get a bunch of boos when a joke bombs that bad. I can smell the stink on that one.
But other than the what I was just saying, they have 160 acres of just the main camp. There's 118 sleeping quarters, and I just wanted to name the names of these campsites that they have, like the names of them, because they're actually pretty funny.
There's one that's called Hillbillies.
Yeah, the Hillbillies, the Mandalay, Caveman,
just talking about
Stowaway, Uplifters, Owl's Nest, Hideaway, Isles of Aves, I think it is, Lost Angels, Silverado Squatters, Simper Vines.
That one sounds like a sexual one. Silverado Squatters. Dude, did you see what Hoover did to that kid? Yeah, he gave him a Silverado Squatter. Oh, dude, he did it right in front of everybody. That's what you do when you get whatever the guard thing was called.
Old guard.
when you get that old guard status.
You get your pick of the litter.
You get your pick of the litter. And in this sense, I'm saying boy as in a guy. I don't mean underage boy. We'll get to that later.
No, so Hillside and Idlewind. I don't know, just some of those days. I just like the hillbillies really the most. And then the Silverado Squatters now because of Joseph's joke.
What was that?
Were you gonna get into the
What was it?
Sorry.
Now Angel one sounds like where they keep the kids.
Lost Angels. Yep. Yeah.
Touched by an Angel. That was the one that I didn't know that's what it was. I was watching a thing with Alex Jones. I don't know if this is a good time as any, but yeah, he snuck in or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but when they asked him, he went through the swamps. That's why I was like, dude, Alex Jones is a Snake from Metal Gear. Which is weird because that voice, you think everybody would hear him coming. Oh, God damn, swamp water. And then when they confronted him, he said he was whatever with the hillbillies because he knew like the name of the thing and they left him alone or something. I don't know. Or they left him somewhere. But apparently he said that he waited by some, God, dude, I can't remember this. And I was just watching him talk about it too. He waited until like the burning ritual or the care stuff. I guess he he shot a bunch of footage or whatever, like he recorded it, but he couldn't legally, like, I don't know, the History Channel, they couldn't legally show the footage that he showed them or whatever because he obtained it illegally.
Mm-hmm.
So they are allowed to look at it. It's just not allowed to be broadcasted. So I don't know
just
if you can
find it illegally doesn't mean History Channel did. They got that through fair square. They didn't tell that motherfucker to go out there and do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Allegedly.
But allegedly. And I don't know if you can find the footage anywhere. I didn't even attempt to try to. You think Alex Jones would anonymously put it somewhere?
Well, I posted it up on his documentary thing if you wanted to sit there for 2 hours listening to him.
No. Is it his documentary? His voice annoys the fuck out of me. He's got a very annoying... I listened to him and Joe Rogan fucking go on, and I was like, my God, dude. I think I only listened.
It's funny. The podcast I sent you guys, the Bohemian Grove, they brought up the Joe Rogan and Alex Jones episode, and the guys on there. He's like, motherfucker, man, what the hell? Now?
You're good.
But the other podcast I was listening to, that I sent to you guys as well to listen to. If you guys want to just do some audio research, they were talking about the Alex Jones and
going in there.
No, what the fuck was his Joe Rogan? I don't know why that name just escaped me right there. Joe Rogan and Alex Jones podcast. He's like, I hate Alex Jones. He's a piece of shit, but that podcast was gold.
Toe Rogan, because he looks like a big toe. I didn't coin that. A coworker said that. I mean, it's like, I hate Joe Rogan. He looks like a toe. And it's like Toe Rogan.
Hasn't Casey always compared you to a thumb person?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's
only when he was like, Joseph was like probably like 40 more pounds than what he is now. Whatever that picture was, he looked super big in it. He looked like one of those thumb people from fucking Spy Kids.
I was like drinking every day. All right, I slowed down. Well, except for this weekend, I went really fucking hard, and now I'm drained as fuck. I say that.
No, but
Cobra.
But I just talk shit to Joseph. I don't even care if he's fat or not. If he is, whatever. I get a little bean dips when I see him. It's.
I'm glad that I got your permission to be a fat ass. Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening to the Conspiracy Outpost. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for listening to the Conspiracy Outpost. If you want to hear some more content, join our Patreon. All our links will be in our comments and our link tree. Just click on that Patreon, and just for $4 a month, you can get access to our bonus shows and our after shows about our D&D episodes. So what are you waiting for? Get on there, you sons of bitches. So let me get these little things in, and then Joseph can talk about this here ceremony.
Mexican chemist. I don't really know the ceremony too well. I don't have it written down.
Well, you better figure it out. You have about a couple paragraphs before you have to read it. Anyway, so the club's patron saint is John of Nepomuk. I don't know how to say that. And according to legend, he died at the hands of a Bohemian monarch. And then, rather than to disclose confidential secrets of the queen, he died instead of telling secrets of the queen, basically. And a large wood carving of Saint John in cleric robes with his index finger over his lips stands at the shore of the lake in the grove, symbolizing the secrecy kept by the grove's attendees throughout its long history.
Nice.
And then, since founding the club, the Bohemian Grove's mascot has been the owl, as we know, symbolizing wisdom. It's a 30-foot hollow owl statue made of concrete over steel support stands, and at the head of the lake in the grove, the statue was designed by sculptor and two-time club president Hag Padigan. It was constructed in the late 1920s, and since 1929, the owl shrine has served as the backdrop of the yearly cremation of care ceremony. A little side note too. The owl is known as the harbinger of bad tidings and doom throughout Europe.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until today. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna throw that in there. And then here's Joseph going to tell you about the cremation of care ceremony. Joseph.
Yes, that's dope as fuck, right?
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. And we're done.
We're done. That's all you need to know about it. Okay, so so isn't it like a fucking, I don't know. They have like a little coffin with like bones in it, don't they? Or something? Isn't that what it is? Okay, well, I don't know. They have this little fucking coffin. It's supposed to fucking represent like the something. I don't have anything written down for this one, all right? But it's supposed to be all the woes of the world, isn't it? Like all the bad shit. I don't know, and they burn it to fucking do weird shit.
Yeah, basically it's like burning away their troubles and worries and all that bullshit.
They come out in fucking robes. They got the owl fucking going, let's get ready to burn this. And then they fucking So the ceremony takes place in front of the fucking big old owl shrine that we will now refer to as Owlix. Which is a term coined by Matthew, I think. And, it's done right in front of the 40-foot fucking owl. It was 40 feet, whatever, you know. So
so they're sitting there just burning shit in the middle of the forest when California are having all these goddamn forest fires.
Well, then it's a bunch of like, they're in like robes, right? And they come out with this mini fucking coffin that's supposed to represent all the fucking the woes and the fucking, shit. They got
those are the robes that I was telling you. It's basically they look like Klansmen robes.
Yeah, they do. Like
they're black, but they don't have a hood that goes over the face. It's just a long, pointy black hat. It looks like black Klansman outfits, like just black robes.
So kind of like.
But they also have red. They have red robes too, and orange ones as well.
Well, the Klan has red robes also.
Yeah,
yeah, they do. So yeah,
this place is for a bunch of rich white folks, probably. I don't see a lot of, unless like they probably got Saudis in there. I'm sure. There's no way they don't.
So this owl shrine, so it's hollow and made of concrete over steel support, and it has moss and lichen covered. It's moss and lichen covered.
What's lichen?
Lichen? Is it lichen? Wow, dude, I'm stupid.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's supposed to simulate natural rock formations, but it actually has electrical and audio equipment inside of it. And so during the ceremony, Like we were just talking about, there's a recording for the fucking voice of the owl, which we were just talking about. They had for like many years, it had the recorded voice of fucking Walter Cronkite, who I guess was a club guest. And then they had like music and pyrotechnics for dramatic effect there to do dope shit. Yeah, so I mean, what you really need to know is they burn this fucking skeleton, the care fucking thing, whatever, as a symbol to fucking get rid of all their fucking worries and everything.
This is a little.
I wish I wrote down shit. It would have been so much easier.
This is a little section that I just copied and pasted. The ceremony is served as a catharsis for pent up high spirits and to present symbolically the salvation of the trees by the club. The cremation of Care was separated from the other Grove's plays in 1913 and moved to the first night to become an exorcising of the demon to ensure the success of the ensuing 2 weeks. The Grove play was moved to the last weekend of the encampment. So they split off the Grove play and the burning, their little burning ceremony. And the burning ceremony is now at the beginning because they used to do it all at once, but now they split up the ceremony in the beginning and then, the old, well, not now in 1913, but and then the plays at the end of the
apparently protesters will stand outside of the main gate and
just hoot.
Oh, they've held a ceremony called the Resurrection of Care, intended to symbolically reverse the effects of the cremation of Care to prevent the attendees from temporarily abandoning their cares. It's like, oh yeah, we have a counter ceremony, motherfuckers. It was first held in
I don't know if you noticed, but this trap card's a mirror wall, so anything you're doing is going right back at you.
So yeah, it was first held in 1980, organized by the woman I was talking about earlier, Mary Moore, who I did not know she was a beauty queen turned left-wing activist.
Beauty queen.
And it's funny, yeah. So she was not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm spacing out. I am tired. Yeah, she said it was bullshit. She said it was fine if they had these type of clubs like out in the open, like almost like a city council meeting, but not to discuss fucking politics and stuff about the government behind closed curtains, because that's what the government does. They keep everything secret.
That's what the government does anyway. So yeah, it doesn't matter if they're in the woods doing it.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. But I think she's getting at that they shouldn't be doing that at all. Like, this wouldn't be a problem if they were just open to the people, because the government's supposed to be for the people, but the people never know what the fuck's going on. And now they have these little fucking parties where they fucking discuss what's going to happen, when's it going to happen. And it's so funny because she was talking, but when she was talking about government officials, she specifically said Republican fucking whatever, but in that list there was Democrats in there too, so like it wasn't just the one party. I don't know, maybe I heard it wrong and she was just saying Republic something. I don't know.
I don't know. It's still on my mind. That's some fucking high-strung Karen mentality, though. Oh, you won't let some women in here, so I'm gonna just bitch about it.
Yeah, I think her big thing was the fucking just secret, the secret fucking part of it about government shit. I think it's like, I don't mind hearing them party and yelling and hear the anal tearing, but when they start talking about, I don't know, when they start talking about politics, that's where I draw the line. She had like a book in this video too, like of all that she has been making since the fucking 80s or whatever, of all the like stuff that's gone down there that happens, like, oh, this happens then, and then it happens the following year and whatever. Like they discuss things and it happens.
Well, that's what all the elites do. It doesn't matter if they're fucking in a government building or in a fucking wooded area. They're gonna do the same shit. And whatever decisions they make, they want to put it out as votes to make it seem like the population wants it. But then whatever the population votes, it's kind of weird how everybody always says one thing, but all of a sudden this law that nobody agrees with, all of a sudden it passes. Everybody voted for it, but you talked out a nine times out of 10 people, they're like, nope, nobody voted against that. Don't fucking know why that even got in there. It's because they'll just throw in whatever the fuck they want to do anyway. So I don't see a problem with them wanting to go party in the fucking woods for 2 weeks.
I don't like rich
if they're
people.
talking about politics. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
technically, by
really
the
care what
law,
they're
by
talking
the
about.
rules of the club, they're not supposed to. They're
Yeah.
not supposed to talk
I
about
know.
business.
But yet fucking it's already been fucking known that one thing for sure came out of that. Fucking
Herpes.
That's actually where
genital warts.
What'd you say, Mike?
I said that's actually where AIDS started.
It's where genital warts started, or commonly known around that area as the redwood itch. Or I guess the redwood bumps. Redwood warts. There we go. The redwood warts. I don't know.
You got them there Bohemian bumps, don't you?
Dude, I was fucking talking about I can't even remember now, but I was talking about hemorrhoids at work, and then I called them hiney humps. Everybody started laughing.
Bruh.
My hiney humps. Oh man. But yeah, so I completely butchered that cremation of care thing, but I feel like, I made up for it by talking about the reverse effect, the reverse effect of the cremation of care. No, you take your care and you put it back in your body now. Come on, you got to give me a fucking break. You think rich people are a different fucking animal altogether? You honestly fucking think that you're gonna make them feel sorry for shit? Most of them got rich by stepping on fucking other people to get there. Or they do fucking grimy shit. Politicians just do grimy shit in general. You think they have a fucking great moral compass? Fuck them all. That's why I don't care what they're doing behind closed curtains, but I don't like rich people in general. So we got past the ritual part. Then they start partying. I was
gonna say the growth, like the play. Here, let me finish loading the bowl real quick.
I kept like everything that I was like listening to just came across them peeing on redwoods. I was like, why was that such a big deal? There
was like every article you read was something about
them pissing outside on redwood trees. It was like, why is this like the big like selling point? Do they know that little of what they're doing in there?
Well, here's the thing: all journalists have a piss fetish.
They were dropping their fucking dehydrated urine all over the fucking trees. I bet it smelled like a
but isn't that just a given if you're camping that you're kind of pissing on?
Yeah, that you're pissing on trees. Why was that like the fucking highlight? These rich people were pissing on trees. It's like, yeah, well, they're still human. Barely, but they're still human.
So I was going to say the other part of the cremation ceremony, well, it used to be the play. Now they do it at the end of they do it on one night during the final week of their little shindig. And in 1975, a guy who watched the play said it was costing anywhere between $20,000 to $30,000 to do this play.
Holy shit!
In today's money, that would be about $151,000.
What the fuck? Why
for this? Because they have 300 people, including a chorus, including the chorus cast, stage crew, orchestra, and obviously all the costumes.
Holy fuck!
Rehearsals, yeah, it's a fucking
whole
shit ton of
fucking
money
orchestra and quiet. Like, goddamn, man. I guess when you got that much money, you go hard. When you go to Bohemian Grove, you go hard or you go home.
With those Bohemian bumps.
Yeah.
So we talked about their lawsuits a little bit.
What's the spring jinx?
That's their spring thing. Their main one is in July, but they have one at the beginning of June or something like that, or in June. That is their spring festival.
Is that the only time they're allowed to invite guests? Is that what this?
I don't know.
It says guests may be invited to the Grove for either the spring jinx in June or the main. Never mind. That's just saying when they can be invited. I didn't know what the spring jinx was. That came up a couple of times, but I wasn't paying attention. I think I got ADD.
You got something.
I forget shit fucking so easily when it comes to shit, but then if it's something fucking like useless to fucking the topic, it'll stick in my fucking head.
So we can if you guys want, we can get into the conspiracy because we already talked about some of their lawsuits. I mean, some of their lawsuits are funny.
I mean,
hold on, wait. I just want to say something.
I thought they were all kind
lawsuit.
of dumb when I was reading them.
Well, yeah, that's what I said, but it was funny because they'd go to a lawsuit, and then they'll get sued for something, and then they go get it reversed, and then the another company be like, no, you can't do that. We're gonna reverse it again. Yes, you motherfuckers. But it was funny. I just want to say one of the judges were actually a member of the Bohemian Grove, and yeah, and they tried to excuse him, but they wouldn't let he wouldn't let them or whatever. So he let something go through, but then it ended up getting reversed.
Yeah, that's grounds for
not because he was a member, just because it wasn't allowed. Whatever he was doing, I'd have to go read it.
Well, of course not. He's biased. Like,
oh, you know what? That's what the lady was trying to say. Every Republican U.S. president since 1923 has been a member of the club. That's what she was getting at. She wasn't being biased about political parties. She was stating facts of the thing. Never mind. I had that wrong. I just wanted to correct that mistake. That's not her exact words. I was reading something else, and that's what they were saying on there. Okay.
So into the conspiracy time. I don't got much on it, but I do got some cool ones. So claims of what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the only thing I ever heard like conspiracy wise before I even knew what the fuck Bohemian Grove was that they sacrificed children.
Boho Grove. That's actually what I was just about to talk about.
Hell yeah!
So they sacrifice it's an effigy of a child to the biblical child-eating pagan god named Moloch, and Moloch. Yes,
MOLOK.
MOLOCH.
Okay, yeah. Moloch.
But sounds like a bunch of malarkey.
So they sacrifice him to take part in homosexual orgies, human sacrifices, and sex trafficking to gain the truth. In all of it, you know. That's
bro. Epstein must have been like super popular in this place.
Dude, that's where he got the idea.
Epstein was like, dude, let me going here.
Epstein was like, dude, let me in your club. And they're like, no, dude, there's a 15-year waiting list. There's like thousands and thousands of people on it. It's like, fuck you. I'm going to start my own club. It's going to be a whole island.
He's like,
I'm going to start my own club with blackjack and hookers.
He's like, 15 years. That's way too old.
Damn. He's like, fuck you. And everybody's invited if they're 1%.
But they say in ancient time, anxieties were released by sacrificing a child to the horn god Moloch. This was a sacrament to the gods for guaranteed of prosperity, health, and safety. These sacrifices of children have not stopped, nor have their rituals to Moloch. They continue to
children in cages.
Probably
picking the ripe ones.
This sounds like that fucking episode where South Park is trying to get Britney Spears to kill herself for a sacrifice.
That sounds familiar. I just don't remember it.
So these sacrifices continue to present, and they are done with the absence of compassion and care. There is no guilt from the leaders as they continue to break bones and draw blood as they pave the new world order over bodies that were unfortunate enough to be in the way. Moloch is also a representation of Saturn. Saturn historically governed snake, mice, foxes, dragon, and nocturnal birds of prey, such as the owl. This is a little tidbit to throw in there.
That makes sense. Owls, snakes, bunch of fucking snakes.
Did you guys see that picture? It's just outside of the Boho Grove, probably in that little town. And it said the owls are not what they seem, or something like that.
Dude, was the Court of Owls
diner.
based off of this place, you think?
Probably
The
just
what?
The Court of Owls
I don't
from
know what that
Batman.
is.
It's a Batman.
Court of Owls is a Batman thing, and also because I think aren't owls like predators?
Wise and yeah, I don't know.
I don't.
They're like wise and shit like that. So
yeah, I know they're a secret society, which fucking it's probably inspired by this and many other fucking things like Illuminati.
Probably that makes sense. Sticking out the little breadcrumbs, be like, oh, look at this.
Yeah, Court of Owls is pretty fucking dope. In the
Dick Grayson, hella bad.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. Continue.
Let me see what I was at.
Oh yeah, owls, hawks, and snakes eat bats, and I think that's another thing they did too because they go against Batman.
What a baller snake would have to be just to
eat a
bat.
bat. If you're a part of Strange Music, you're a snake with bat wings. How scary is that? What the fuck is that? A snake in the air? Bat wings. Man. Says bats have few natural predators. Disease is one of the biggest threats. Owls, hawks, and snakes eat bats. So it's like very few fucking whatever. But fucking.
This is what they were doing at the Boho Grove. No, so they say that there's the global economy is controlled by the people who attend Bohemian Grove.
And that
politicians are forced to join if they want to curry favor into the politics of the world. So basically, you have to join up in the Boho Grove.
It's the New World Order is what it is.
I like the little nickname for it, the Boho Grove. Is that what they actually call it, or is that?
No, that's what the other podcast was calling it, and then I just liked it, so I'm just gonna keep saying.
Oh, okay. It's really catchy.
That's what I'm saying. But
saying.
And there's also how do you say QAnon, or is it?
That's
how
right.
Is it
QAnon?
QAnon. Okay, I was making sure I was saying that right. So there's a conspiracy theory that the Illuminati or the Bohemian Club are, in fact, the world. The New World Order.
Yeah,
it's
That's what it is in that one show, Inside Job. They have the deep state and the Illuminati all there, and then the lizard people and the juggalos.
People around here think it was an Antifa inside job to make other people look bad. I've heard that before. I also heard one of the people here in town at one of the liquor stores I go to, she was talking my ear off about it's bullshit that they're trying to arrest him. I assume she's talking about Trump was like put him in handcuffs. And it's like, Antifa was invented by some guy, whatever. And it's like, who his family is, right? And I was like, who? And it's like Nazis. It's a long line of Nazis. And they created Antifa. I was like, Jesus Christ. It's like, all right. It's like, wow, that's crazy. I was like, all right, have a good night. Like trying to get out.
If there's one thing that the Nazis don't like, it's different ideas. So
no, but there's so that's all I got on the Boho Grove for now.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about another little quick thing real quick. So in Sun Valley, Idaho, there's a conference called the Allen and Co. Conference, and it's a like I've been to Sun Valley. It's a small like little ski town. It's like where rich people go and retire and live and ski for every day that it's fucking snowy up there. And then in the off seasons, they're just remodeling their houses so they can have more guests over so they can go ski some more. That kind of fucking town. But I guess this is where all the tech billionaires and shit all come and gather in this town for a week. And it's just like the top 1% people, and it's all in secret and shit. Mark Zuckerberg's been up there and stuff. It's not like secret, but they don't talk about what they talk about behind the doors. Like, oh, how are we gonna make these people argue about Apple and Android this year, you guys?
They all sit around they all sit around listening to what's that shit called? Like you listen to like a certain frequency and it's supposed to like fuck you up or something. I don't know exactly what they call that.
Are you talking like the brown sound?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
The brown sound is a certain frequency that when you hear it, it makes you shit your pants.
Oh, see, there was like another one that's supposed to get you like fucked up or something weird, like an audio drug. I heard about it on fucking. I think it was A Million Ways to Die. Audio files. Okay, digital drugs.
You're thinking of.
They're audio files that generate binaural. I don't know how you say that. Beats.
Binaural.
Yeah, an auditory illusion to the brain. Delhi-based neurologist Mano Kanal explains they are ambient sounds or pure tones transmitted through headphones, a slightly different frequency in each ear. So apparently it's supposed to feel good.
So they're basically jacking it?
I don't know.
You know, like in Futurama where Bender was like plugging into shit.
It said increasing usage of sound as a psychedelic drug. They published recent study published in the journal. In the journal Drug and Alcohol Review reveals the increasing usage of sound as a psychedelic drug. Yeah, it's I don't know. I heard about it. It was in an episode of A Million Ways to Die in the West back in the day. I was like, you can get high off of sound? And I don't remember the details of it though. See, I only remember dumb shit from stuff. Did you guys know apparently a group of owls is called the Parliament? You think that has anything that plays into the Court of Owls?
Probably.
Just over here. I'm in owls right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that fucking you guys know what Grove juice is?
No.
I've seen commercials of. I think it's called Grove Juice. Yeah. Okay. Established in 1969. You guys think it's just ass sweat and orange ass sweat of the people from Bohemian Grove?
Oh my god!
It mixed with orange juice and they just sell it. This tastes good. I feel rich in vitamins.
What do you guys think about Bohemian Grove, anyways? Do you think there's illicit shit going on there?
I mean, it's got to come up. There's no way that you can just like someone doesn't bring up business with another guy they think they can gain something from, and they're like, "Shh, not allowed to talk about that."
So you think there's just like a bunch of insider trading going on?
Yeah, without everybody doing it, but nobody telling other people they're doing it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, we're still following it, but it's like, dude, they care more about money than fucking principle of some fucking boys club.
Yeah, I definitely.
I doubt they have fucking whatever to that.
I have no doubt that there's probably insider trading going on in that area, like for real,
for sure.
Now,
the only thing I just doubt.
Children.
Yeah, see, I don't put it past them. Let me tell you that much. I don't put it past these rich motherfuckers.
After the shit that got brought up with Epstein stuff and seeing all the elites that were part of that, dude. It's kind of hard to be like, well, this group of elites, all the ones that come here don't do that. It's like, well, there's a lot of overlapping. So,
dude,
I bet they do.
I hear people here all the time, like when they talk about like the Middle East or anything. It's like we just bombed the whole place, and it's like the children and everything don't matter because they're not in America. It's different.
Yeah.
So it's like if regular people can talk about killing and regular people can be talking about mass murder, rich people can sacrifice America.
Movie's fucking great.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, we started singing, but I was listening.
Yeah, I was listening to Joe.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I was just saying, people talk about fucking mass like murder. People talk about genocide of other countries all the time when we're in war with them. And that's just like normal people walking around. I mean, they're probably talking out their ass. They probably don't have the fucking balls to fucking go through with it. Pussies.
For me.
But I mean, if regular people can, why can't rich people fucking murder children?
I'm interested to know how we're written about in other countries' history books.
For me, this whole Bohemian Grove thing, I don't like it. Even if there's not illicit stuff going on, there's just to have so many like 1%ers and shit like that, politicians, people who control a lot of stuff there meeting up, and it just seems it's too fishy. It's like something's going. It's hard to not think that something's going on.
Yeah. Anytime a fucking mass group of rich people. What do you call a group of rich people? Riches?
Dicks.
Yeah, but yeah, anytime a fucking gathering of powerful people like come about, it's fishy automatically. But or it could be like, I don't know if anybody watches that show You. It's like they have like rich people just partying, but they treat like poor people like fucking shit, and they just party.
I haven't seen the new season yet.
Yeah, as a fucking quote, as a quote from one of the episodes, they're just partying like the world isn't on fire right now. Like it's just like they just get together and party because they can. Like the world, which I mean, if you kind of think about it, is what they're doing. They literally burn a thing that represents not giving a fuck for the duration of their trip. So it's like, and they have all the money in the world not to worry about fucking problems, because when the world does go to shit, they'll be perfectly fine. Unless people start turning against their fucking employers and fucking everything else, which I guess we kind of seen during the whole COVID thing with quarantining. Everybody just stopped giving a fuck, and it's like, I'm not coming to work anymore.
You didn't bring it. I don't know if you brought it up, but like Alex Jones also brought up that it's like there was satanic rituals there.
Yeah, see, I didn't get all the way into all this stuff. I just knew he snuck into it, and then he brought up that he was familiar with all the Skull and Bones stuff, and I didn't know what the Skull and Bones thing was.
Pirates. This conspiracy kind of ties in with the other weird ass conspiracies that Alex Jones has brought up, like the fact that elites a lot of elites are Satanists. There's a lot of elites drink children's blood and shit, like adrenochrome shit. There's so many things.
The gay frogs.
Yeah. There's tons of them in the redwoods. No, but it's like interesting.
I was completely wrong about the stealing bones thing. It was founded in 1832. I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
the Order of Skull and Bones. Sorry, alternate names: Skull and Bones, the Order 322, and the Brotherhood of Death. I have no idea where it originated. Apparently, Yale people use it, and I'm trying to fucking skim through.
I'm pretty sure it's a fraternity type deal.
Yeah, it's a fraternity, but apparently it was used before Yale used it. That's what I was trying to see. I don't know. Yeah. I was wrong about. I don't know what the fuck I was reading earlier about people stealing famous people's bones and shit.
What do you?
I got into a little bit of grave robbing earlier. I don't know.
Somehow stumbled upon grave robbing. Apparently, yeah.
What do you think of it, Casey?
Well, I don't think grave robbing is pretty cool unless you get
Bohemian Grove,
dude. Don't say I'm not down, because if there's a good score, Casey will be the first one digging.
I mean, on a moral, it's morally great in my opinion. But I mean, if I'm about to make some big money, I'm down, pretty much down for anything, as long as I don't have to use my last name.
No, that's just all funny. No, Bohemian Grove. Yeah, I really don't give a fuck if these motherfuckers are in the woods or not. Like I said earlier, these guys are gonna just do whatever the hell they're gonna do, no matter what. They could be in an official place or in the woods. They are definitely doing some back fucking inside trading, doing some backdoor deals, business shit. As we know, the Manhattan Project was fucking obviously planned there. So no matter what, should they have a club like this? I don't give a fuck, because they're just going to do whatever they want anyway. If the public didn't know about it, it would make no fucking difference.
It's like, dude, as long as you're not doing it on Epstein's Island, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but if they are sacrificing children, or doing Epstein shit, then fuck them.
I mean, whatever. I wouldn't put it past them, but I mean,
that's the problem. It's like that used to be somewhat unthinkable, and then that fucking Epstein story broke, and it's like, holy fuck. Yeah, all the elites are sick fucks.
Well, what about Jared? His ass was out there fucking doing Epstein shit.
Well, he was just jerking off the pictures. I mean, that's still bad. He didn't have the money to be actually doing it. No,
I mean, that we know of. That's just what they found.
Yeah, that's just what they found. In all seriousness, he's a piece of shit. But back to I don't mean to go back to the Skull and Bones, but I do. But apparently there's rumors that they're a branch of the Illuminati, and they were found by a German university alumni following the order's suppression in their native land by Karl Theodor. Elector of
Carl Theodore. God damn, really?
with the support of Frederick the Great of Prussia.
Okay.
That's what I thought you were doing. And it's believed that the Skull and Bones itself controls the CIA. That's probably why I was related with Alex Jones stuff, because he's a fat ass, both figuratively and
metaphorically.
both figuratively and I don't know. He's a fat ass conspiracy person in both both words, in both sense of the word. I got a nice buzz going on here. This is a good one. Fuck rich people, I guess, is the that is a lesson we've learned here today. if they're not fucking killing people, if they're not sacrificing children and doing fucking murderous or sexual things against people's wills. And but I said, like, with the murder against their will, it's like if people wanted to die and they're like, well, why don't you come with me on this trip? Then that's okay with me. We're gonna have to put a suicide thing in there. I'm just kidding. If they're not doing outlandish shit, then it's like, I don't really care what the fuck they're doing, because they will be doing it anywhere they go anyways. If they're just partying and doing weird shit, well, it's like, whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah.
What about you, Matthew? What are your final thoughts?
I personally find this whole thing to be utter bullshit. You want to talk about cool boy clubs? You should join my uncle's. Really cool but really sticky. Like picture eating a push pop really fast in 110-degree weather. Except it doesn't taste like sherbet. It tastes like a 40-year-old's cock. Thank you for listening to the Conspiracy Outpost.